last class, we saw about what is communication, types of communication, and models of communication, right? Basics of technical writing. So now we are going to discuss about a target group in written communication, right? We are going to see who are the target group for written communication, right? When you are writing something, someone should read, right? When you are writing means when author writes a book, someone should read. So those readers are called as target group or target audiences. So we will see how target group. We'll discuss about the target groups in written communication. Okay. So as I said earlier, every communication has its own purpose as conceived by the author. But this purpose is not determining the factor that makes the written communication worthwhile, right? On the other hand, receiver who should feel satisfied with the written material is got. Okay, to understand this, a technique of reader analysis is a useful exercise for providing the necessary guidance to a author. That is true actually. So if here you see, for example, I am preparing instructional materials. I am preparing lecture notes for your syllabus and for your subject. Means I am the author here and you are the reader, that is a target group. So if I understand your requirement, according to your requirement, I should prepare the notes so that you will be satisfied after getting the notes, so that I need to do an analysis about how the students are, how they are, how can I present the concept so that they will understand. So for this, a reader analysis is essential. So then only my notes will be useful to you, right? Then only the receiver should feel satisfied with the written material he is got. So that is the purpose, that is the objective of the author, right? So after writing some book, if the readers don't like it, means that that book has served no impact among the target group. Like similarly, if I prepare some material that should have impact, that means you should be able to understand it, right? If I give in some technical and non-understanding terms using certain jargons, then you will find it difficult. So this material is very difficult, I'm not able to understand. If I give you materials in simple language and clear language, you will be able to understand. So my objective is achieved. Okay, so we are going to see the target group. As I told earlier, target group, we have learnt in any communication process, let it be oral or written, it terminates the message with the receiver. So whatever kind of communication it may be, there is a receiver, someone is receiving the message, then only the communication process is complete, right? The receiver may be an individual or group or whoever it may be. It depends upon the persons and different context of the situation. These receivers are referred to as audience or more specifically readers. The term readers refers to either individuals or group of individuals who have potential for being exposed to and use a written information, product or service. I hope you understand the concept of readers. So who are receiving the message and who are reading the thought content of the document which is conceived by the author, let it be an individual or a group, they are termed as readers. So the views of the readers adopted here do not presume that the users group must be a specific size or particularly diverse, that all the members be exposed to the same information at the same time. Okay, so the views of the reader should not be presumed that everyone will be from the same. What do you say? Everyone will be from the same size, specific size, or specific thought content, or something like that. For example, in IDC class, everyone is from different department, right? The size varies, and the thought content and the background of the users, background of the readers, background of the learners varies, right? Here we are having the same size. Here we are having the same size because everyone is from the same department and we are taking according to a prescribed syllabus. But that is not like that, right? Everyone will come from diverse disciplines, right? Even from Punjabi, they will learn information scholarly communication. That depends. So there you should not presume. The views of readers should not be presumed to a specific size or a particularly diverse, right? The essence of this approach that information should be aimed at specific target group. This group, however, make categories of reader upon characteristics of the approach. The approach is when you are writing something, it should serve a specific target group. That is the key actually. If I am writing materials for MLIS or MLIS students, it should serve only the MLIS students. MLIS students are my target group. I cannot write it for English or Punjabi students. So they are not target group. If they don't understand, that's okay, fine, because they are not my target group. My target group is for MLIS students. I am writing materials for MLIS students. Okay, however, these you target group, everyone is categorized into different kinds of readers based on certain parameters. Okay, so what are those parameters? Based on age, gender, individuals, groups, level of knowledge in the subject, level of technical proficiency, institutions, organization, and other similar characteristics, right? So readers can be classified based on these parameters. So based on their age, based on their gender, based on their technical proficiency, one may be able to understand it easily, one may be able to find it difficult to understand. So even your same MLIS students, everyone is different in terms of readers, right? So everyone will have their own pros and cons. So based on these parameters, readers are classified, right? So the requirement of these groups can be matched against writing situation. So I should write in such a way, prepare material in such a way that even the slowest learner should be able to understand it clearly. So I should write in simple language, not by the person who is so intelligent with high technical proficiency. For the slow learner person also, I should be able to make him understand. So that is a process, that is the effectiveness of the communication. So it is, however, important to note that for classification of anything, whatever thing you are going to classify, there is no single characteristics or a set of characteristics for division that could meet every purpose. So the resulting groups are also not always mutually exclusive. The choice of characteristics has to depend upon the purpose of division. Okay, when you are defining a characteristic like slow learners or high learners, it should depend upon the purpose. For what purpose you are dividing? So that purpose, based on the purpose only, you have to divide a certain groups, right? So if there is no purpose, there is no need for classification. Simple as that. So writing situation and the target groups are given below. So this is an example, only an illustrative example, not a detailed one, right? So we will see what are the writing groups and what are the writing situations and what are the different target groups for those writing situations. Say persuasive writings. What do you mean by persuasive writings? When you are writing a proposal or advertisement for promotional materials, right? When you are promoting a product or something about your phone or something, when you are in a branding company or something, marketing. So these kind of writing comes under persuasive writing. So for whom you are writing this? Okay. Directors of an institution. Proposals are usually written. In case of research proposal or in case of ICSSR research proposal, you are writing to the director of ICSSR, right? Top managers of companies. When you are promoting your product or something, you are writing to the particular manager or consumers of the product who are using it. Okay, to the public. If I am using that phone, means you are writing, please, this phone is good, your product is good, kindly read this. So your consumers. So these are the target group for this kind of writing. So for persuasive writing, the target groups are directors, managers, special committees, and consumers of the product, right? So instructional writing, as I told you earlier, instructional writing, teaching, learning materials, right? Like I am preparing notes, instructions for students, right? Materials for students. Who is the target group? Students. Similarly, yeah. Students, for you only I am preparing means you are a target group. I am the teacher, right? Professional and technical personals, users of different categories. For them, I am preparing this instructional material, guides, manuals. So these instructional material, these teaching materials, guides, manual come under instructional writing. So the first one is persuasive, second one is instructional. The third is writings aiding decision snaking processes like feasibility reports, committees, commission reports. There are different commission reports like Kothari Commission report, these comes under decision taking processes. So based on the commission report, the government will take decision, right? So based on the committee, they will take decision. The committee will submit a report. For example, for example, how can I say this with a specific example? Let's say, let's assume we are in a situation, right? So there is a inquiry. There is an inquiry. We will say there is an inquiry. Inquiry on a teacher. We will say in any institution there is an inquiry on a teacher. Directly the head cannot take the decision of dismissing the teacher, right? They will form a committee. So they will form a committee and they will say what are the things happened. They will inquire the incident and finally they will submit the report. They will submit the report to the head. So those kind of report writing is called as writing aids used for decision making, right? So commission reports based on Kothari commission report and based on this report, based on the draft report of national education policy, this was implemented. So some committee gave a report, right? So based on that report, they are taking decision. So there is a canteen committee in college, means the canteen committee will give the report. See, this cost is not sufficient for running the canteen. So this is required. So they will give a report to the head. So based on the report of the committee, the decision will be taken by the head. So here, who are the target audience? The head. The head, definitely the head. Departments, governments, business and industrial undertakings. Depending upon the context of the organization, the head varies. The target group varies. Okay. So professional writings, we all know what is professional writing, right? So professional writing is writing to similar to peer group, like office circulars or memorandum, everything, whatever it may be, right? Technicians, managers, there will be specific group. So writing for teachers or whatever it may be. Peers in same level. Peers you are having you are within the same level. Peers in science and technology, various levels of subject. So for example, professional writing for library science teachers, something like that. So that is peers in same level. So non-professional lay person. So these are the target groups for different types of writing. Okay. So these are general tips for how can you reach your target audience through your writing. So first you need to identify your target audience, right? You need to identify. So whom you are going to write. As a teacher, if I am preparing for preparing for instruction material, my target audience is MLAC students. So I have to identify for whom I am going to write, right? So include appropriate jargon. Jargon means appropriate vocabulary, right? So the jargon should be clear, right? What the terminology might be used to your target audience. I should use terms in my vocabulary that should be understood by target audience, right? If I'm using terms which cannot be understood by you, then the instruction, the material, the writing will not be effective. Okay, think like your target audience. So I should think like a student before preparing a material. So I should think from your point of view, so that I can able to understand what is your needs and requirement. Okay, and then helpful. Most readers want to take away from anything they could read. It will be from a rhetorical point and they can relate to factual information and whatever that may be. And in that way, the teacher should be helpful if you don't understand or something like that, right? And you should structure your article in such a way that reflects your opinion without influencing your reader. You can share your opinion, but you should not influence the reader. So you should do like this, you should do like this. Okay. So whatever it may be, without influencing the reader, you can share your opinion. For example, I say I believe in God, but that doesn't mean you also need to believe in God. So I am sharing my opinion, but I am not influencing you to believe in God. Simple as that. Okay. Making content informative. The content should be informative and rich, right? If I am not giving the content informative, if for example I am preparing a notes for that particular subject for technical writing, the content should be informative according to the syllabus. If it is not like that, then there is no point in writing, right? The content should be rich and also informative. It should add some extra information, additional knowledge. It's a thought beat and it should be able to balance it with actual information from credible sources. If I'm preparing this PPT means I'm taking it from credible sources, right? To right sources, not simply from it, right? So ensure the accuracy of your writing. The trust earned from a well-written informative article can lost easily if you provide inaccurate facts. Yeah, that is true. Accuracy should be there. If there is only 100 colleges in 100 colleges related to library science India, means I should provide the facts. Okay, I cannot say we are having 5,000, 50,000 colleges in India without any facts, right? So that should be accurate. While presenting something, accuracy is very important. Or else I will lose out the reader. He is simply lying in his writing. That is what the opinion will be all about. So accuracy is Very important. Apart from all these suggestions, it is important to practice your writing until you develop expertise in the subject. So whatever writing comes along with experiences and practice only, right? So it can be helpful if you are intuitive and open to feedback from your readers and personal customers. So similarly, in your case, so next year you are going to do a project. You have to do a lot of writing. You have to write an article, present a paper in conferences. So within a single day you cannot write. So you need to read a lot. You need to gain experience how articles are written, how some these things are written, how others are writing it, how the others are presenting it. So only after repeated practice and proper guidance, so everything will fall into place, right? So once you written an article, you can share it with your colleagues or teachers to get an opinion or feedback. So these are the mistakes you made. You should be open for feedback, right? So then only you can improve your writing. So this is all about target audience and writing types. Okay. So follow, kindly check these references which is used to prepare this particular presentation. And thank you.